Hello, good evening, and welcome. My name is Mike Moritz, and the name of this video is the Eurovision Song Contest 2025 Personal Rankings by Mike Moritz, who is me. I may change the actual name of the video, but this is what you're going to be getting. It's not the most interesting name, but let's get into it. I have put off actually making this video for some time now because what surprised me about this year is how much some of the songs really percolated with me. Some of the songs went way up in the rankings and some of them went way down, and I was actually surprised where they were sitting because my original rankings, I'm recording this on the 29th, so that's 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, have changed a lot, and I will be getting into how they have changed. So what is this show going to be? Well, so the rules are, I will be ranking them from my least favorite to my most favorite. It is going to be mostly vibe based, and for some reason I missed a grammar point. Yay. Can I ignore? Cool. Fantastic. Professional. I'll be ranking them from my least favorite to my most favorite. It is mostly vibe based, but the basic idea behind what this show is going to be is, would I like to play this song right now? The top 10 songs in my list will be getting points. The number 1 song will get 12 points. The number 2 song will get 10 points. And then the 3 through 10 will get 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 point. The reason I'm doing it this way is because I plan on going back. One of my friends is actually going from the original Eurovision Song Contest and going forward, commenting on it. I'm planning on going back. Australia's entries don't get a proper ranking or points because, as per Eurovision rules, you can't vote for your own country. What I'll be doing is I will be placing them in the list where I would place them normally. I will talk about them where they are in terms of my least favorite to most favorite, and I'll list them as an honorable mention. The other thing that I want to say is what you're going to be getting here in this video is still frames. There will be no music there because I have tried to do this before. I think I did it for 2022. I think I tried to do this, but the video I did had like video and music in it, and that got copyright claimed out of the butt, and I don't want that to happen. So we're just getting still frames and you get me. Okay, so no more gilding of the lily. No further ado. Number 36. And again, it's 36. I know there are 37 entrants. You can't vote for your own country. Australia is disqualified from points. So 36, my least favorite song in the Eurovision Song Contest 2025 is Slovenia. How much time do we have left? All right, don't get me wrong. I am happy she's not dead. But look, this song just feels wrong. It's a down-tempo, melancholic song, and he's showing us all these images of his wife, telling about how she's about to die. But he's smiling when he's singing, and then it turns out she's not even dead. She survived. Like, wouldn't you sing a happy song about how much time we have left together? Like, maybe the idea was to make it feel triumphant at the end. But the problem with that is that the music doesn't change. It's the same music that you were singing about the diagnosis. It's this downbeat cry of anguish, and I can see your wife, who survived her cancer, is on stage with you. I reckon he wrote it thinking that she was going to die, but then when she survived, he decided to reframe it as a positive song without changing a gosh darn thing. Screw this song and its emotionally manipulative crap. Worst song in the song, by worst song of the contest by Country Mile. All right, Ireland. I spoiled it for you. Number 35 is Ireland. This one is not much better because no one wants a party song about a dead dog. Like, I get it. I feel sad for Leica too, but if you wrote a song about how you went to space and saved her and had a party, I could get on board with that. It's a fantasy, but it is an inherently positive dream. This, all you're doing is looking up at the stars and imagining she didn't die up there. You're not doing anything about it. The fantasy itself is inherently weak. Like, come on, try something. Maybe the dog god saved her, like in the 101 Dalmatians sequel. Or maybe the Greek gods, maybe the big JC, through him all things are possible, saved her. Like, this delusion, like, imagining that Jesus saved her is more inherently suited to Eurovision than this commercial grade raw copium from the slopes of Mount Go yourself. I'm trying very hard not to swear. I really want to swear at this one. I don't know. Her vocal is weak or something. The song itself is mechanically fine, but the topic matter is just the worst. All right, 34. We are now out of the songs that I actively hate, and I can start trying to be positive. Number 34 is Georgia. The song is Freedom. This is, in my humble opinion, an example of a song that is heavily lifted by the staging. I do like, I'm sorry about the, because of the way I decided to do the captions, you can't see that she's standing on some kind of outcrop, like some kind of prophet. Not the only prophecy rock in this contest. I feel like the costume reveal lacks drama, and the overall cohesion of like the backdrop and the dancers and her outfit, it all feels a bit cobbled together. The song itself never quite gets there for me, but the performance is strong enough to kind of elevate it for me in the moment. Like a good ballad or a good belter can make me feel something even when I don't understand the language. But when I listen to this on the album, which I own, or on Spotify, it just doesn't do anything for me. I got nothing here. Number 33. Cyprus. I don't like it. But it's not hate or it's not apathy. So this I call an improvement. I don't like the strobe lighting. I don't like his stage presence. And the high notes in the song are uncomfortable for me. Also, the fact that it is called shh and the recurring word in the hook is hush, the fact that it's this high energy of a song feels wrong to me. Number 32, Montenegro. So, look, I generally don't like the ballads. Already this is an uphill battle for me. She can claim that this is empowering, but I do not find the lyrics that empowering. This is a song about survival and endurance. It's not empowering whatsoever. There are empowering songs on this list, and we will get to them, but it is not this. I don't think the staging is that great, and the costume reveal is more of an unreveal where like her puffiness kind of goes away. Maybe she's going for like a weight off of her back is gone and now she can stand away. It would look better in the video. Go watch the video. It'll make sense. Number 31, Norway. Chapel Rowan here is not. But look, let's talk about the song we've got in front of us. It's I don't know. I guess it's fine. Look, I guess I just don't feel what he's singing about. Like, I mean, sure, I could go into bad lyrics or the fact that the music doesn't quite do it for me, but look, I've forgiven way worse. And I've forgiven way worse even on this list. There are songs to come that I don't think are as technically competent as this one. But I just really don't get the message of strength and resilience that he's preaching. And you know what? I just realized this is the exact same problem that I've got with Montenegro. It's just that I like the music slightly more in Norway. So that's why Norway's at 31. Because the music is slightly better. For me, my personal opinion. Number 30. Alright. What have we got? Serbia. Now, you see, where you failed here, Prince, is you needed a prophecy rock. But seriously, though, this is, again, it's fine. This is a term that you are going to be hearing for the next couple of songs. It is fine. It's a Balkan ballad with a rock edge. Cool. I can dig it. Actually, you know what I will say? I do actually feel the emotional torment that he is talking about experiencing in this song. Like, I actually do get that emotion, which is why it's above Montenegro and Norway. I do actually feel that emotion. It's an emotive lyric, but I can't put my finger on what it is, but it's lacking that special something to really make it great. Number 29, Czechia. Alright, now this is even better. I think the Kiss Kiss Goodbye, that's a really solid hook for me. I like that one a lot. What disappoints me for this one is that tempo change in the middle. Where it kind of goes from this usual kind of big bombastic kind of, I don't even know, would you call it a belter or a ballad or something? But it goes into this soft disco vibe in the middle. And I would have really loved for it to commit to that for the second half of the song. But it just ramps back down to the power ballad. And for me, that doesn't do it for me. We're almost there. We're almost there in this one. All right, number 28, United Kingdom. What the hell just happened? Okay. Cards on the table, everybody. I must now be frank with you. I am still Mike, but I am also Frank. When I first heard this song, I hated it. I thought it was a structural mess. I thought that there was very little in here that was forgivable. And I didn't like it. But as time has gone on, I've actually come to appreciate this one quite a lot. Thus, you may ask, why is it at 28? Well, I'll back up a little bit. So, the reason why I don't think this works is because of its aspirations. It is trying to be maybe like a stage musical song or like a throwback to Queen, okay? But where those dreams are struck down is because it's also a Eurovision song. And Eurovision songs are 3 minutes and have been since the 50s. I feel like 3 minutes is too short to explore everything this song wants to do. If you could buff this song out to 4.5 minutes or 6 minutes, I think that this song is legitimately great. And I mean that from the depths of my soul here. I see what all of the people who voted for it and are speaking for it on social media, I see what everyone else is getting it. And I didn't originally, and I was wrong. And this song was originally right down the bottom. It got up to 28. This song could be legitimately great, but by cutting it down to a bare 3 minutes, these epic peaks and troughs, all these changes in tempo and mood, they don't have time to mean anything. Bohemian Rhapsody is 5 minutes and 55 seconds. Like even buffing it out to 4.5 minutes, you could have had something great here, and I would love to hear that. I would love to hear a buffed out version of this. They buffed out Fingertips by They Might Be Giants from Apollo 18. Give me an extended version of what the hell just happened. I want to hear what that sounds like. For an example of what I'm talking about by things being ruined by cutting them out, let me show you how to make a glass of ice water. Number 27. Lithuania. Okay, I have some questions. Why are you in my dreams? Why are you crying in my dreams? Why do you only cry in my dreams? Why can you only cry in my dreams? What is going on here? I would love to talk more about this moody bit of shoegaze, but Lithuanian song raises troubling questions. Number 26. Armenia. Alright, this feels like one of the 5 songs that WWE tells you is the theme of a particular pay-per-view, but they only play it like twice in the actual show. And I'm talking about like one of the long ones, like not one of the current ones where they only have 5 matches on the card. It's very dirty, as is he. This just isn't a vibe for me. It's very aggressive, both in instrumentation and performance. But it's all a lot, like in your face all at once, and that's not a pleasant listen for me. The little bit of ethnic music that's in there, I mean, it almost feels like it's perfunctory, like they just put it in there because it's Eurovision. I'm just struggling to connect with this one. Number 25. Excuse me a moment. Denmark. Safe. Oh, you want more? I suppose I can give you more. All right. In Australia, we have preferential voting. No, I'm not getting political. This is a metaphor. We're keeping politics out of this video. So in Australia, we have preferential voting. It means that if a candidate isn't elected, then the votes for that candidate, or the candidate with the lowest number of votes, are redistributed amidst the other candidates. Now, the end result of this process is that it sort of tends towards a more centrist sort of approach, where stuff on the fringe that's a little more, out of the ordinary is filtered out. And then what you get is Denmark making it to the final because you could only make something this boilerplate if you trained it on a generative AI. This is the safest gosh darn entry in the whole contest. It takes no risks from the music to the staging. It's all comfortable and it's familiar. I mean, it's like, you go to the supermarket and you want to buy some tea. So you get black tea in a tea bag. What kind of tea do you get? It's just black tea. Like, sure, you can drink it and it tastes fine, but you have like actual flavors next to the black tea. It's like you've got Russian Caravan or French Earl Grey. You have these other flavors that are more interesting, but no, you're just getting the boring tea flavored tea. That's what this song is. Number 24. Israel. Look, I've said I don't like the ballads, but if I have to be honest, this one's actually really nice. Like the big soaring bit at the end, and I think it's a key change. It sounds like a key change to me. That doesn't work. For me, at least. And if I'm brutally honest, I think it hurts the song. Because up until that point, I'm actually quite enjoying it. She's singing it well. I love the transition from the English to the French to the Hebrew. I like that. I like when they sing in Hebrew. That's nice. But I really don't think the ending works. And further to that point, I don't think the staging really works either. Like, there's this chandelier thing that, like, she's in both the semi-final and the final, she gets her sleeve caught on the curtain. If you actually look at the screen, that she's getting her sleeve caught on the curtain. And like the big pyro curtain at the end, that it really ruins it for me. But the first 2 minutes or so, that's actually really good. I like that. Number 23, the Netherlands. Oh, heck, I thought I missed this one. Whoops. I'm not re-recording it. We are balls deep in the safe zone now. Don't get me wrong. Safe does not mean bad. Safe means safe. The staging is fine. The song is fine. The performance is fine. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this song. The problem is, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this song. I struggle to find anything to say about this song. It's fine. It's 6 out of 10. Passing grade in the Moritz Academy. Number 22. Azerbaijan. Buckle in, kids. I'm about to damn with some faint praise. This song improves on absolute silence endured for the same amount of time. I'm legitimately finding it hard to identify what is good here. Because again, and we're coming back to that word again, just feels fine. Nothing is bad here. Like, I like the vibe. I like the staging. It's got fire. Azerbaijan, land of fire. That's all good. I guess the falsetto is a little harsh on my ears. Look, this part of the list is where I'm really digging to find anything strong about the entries either way. Oh, I don't know. I don't like their outfits. There you go. There. That's a criticism. Number 21. Austria. Oh, now you're all coming for me. This one is very simple. It is the opera. It's uncomfortable for me to listen to. I don't enjoy it. The chorus alone should sink it to the bottom 10 easy. But I must concede that the staging is beautiful. Really good. Even the camera work. Like the camera work where it tilts around. I love that. And the verse is also really good. What does save this one is the techno drop in the last minute. That's where the opera stuff really feels cohesive and it starts working for me. Because, like, the energy picks up and it's frenetic and it's passionate. In the final, if you go back and listen, he has this grunt that just, like, ooh, it really works for me. It is a slog for me to get to that last 40 seconds. But it is a good last 40 seconds. Like, and it's a last 40 seconds that only works if you listen to the song before it. And that's enough for me to get it here. Number 20. France. Okay, so we got another belter here. I don't like the hook. The moment repetition over and over and over again. I do not like that. It does not work for me. Talking about how great your mum is was not a big winner for me when I was listening to the Spice Girls in 1997. And it is not working for me here now. But the chorus is super pretty. What elevates this above Wasted Love is that chorus. Not the moment bit, but the bit before it. We've talked about the moment bit. Strong performance. Interesting staging. This is a song where I may not love the song, but I have enough of an emotional investment to have discussions about it. I can have discussions. So that's good. Number 19. Malta. All right. Stretching. In the original version of this list that I was getting ready to record a video for, that was like a week out from the original, from the broadcast of the contest, this was number 13. The question you may then ask, why is it 19 now? Well, we have a problem here, and we need to have a talk. And by we, I mean you, the listener, me, Mike, and the Maltese bookies. Look, this is another in a worrying trend in recent years from Malta, where the song is fine when I listen to it once. But when I listen to it multiple times, it just becomes tiring. It's too much energy. It's just not even too much energy, it's just too much. I have heard both versions of this song. I find it hard to believe that the cunt that she is talking about serving is singing. I don't believe she is serving singing, and I picked this picture for a reason. It makes no sense for her to be serving singing. She's serving... Anyway, so with the version where she's serving, it's fine. Look, we are getting to the end of the it's fine era. Trust me, we've just got a couple more and the fine will be over. But, okay. I've got to find good things to say about this song. Good things. It's a good floor filler. This song would make a really good lip sync. But I'm not ranking on, like, if I'm hearing it at the club. I'm hearing it on, I'm in the car, I've got the CD on, I'm selecting a track. Would I put on serving? And probably not. 19. 18. All right, 18. Portugal. Okay, fine, Portugal, you wore me down. Look, Portuguese is a beautiful language when sung. The sound of it is really lovely. And I will admit that I am not immune to soft rock. As I'm compiling my list and I'm putting it together, I found myself enjoying this one more than I thought. It is not I'm going to seek this one out. But it's definitely not one that I'm going to skip. It is not the best soft rock offering that we have this year. Patience, that one's coming. But this one is quite good. Number 17. As of now, this is the point, ladies and gentlemen. And whatever, you know, others. I'm doing a hand gesture there. This is the point, guys, gals, non-binary pals, that we are in the good stuff. This is what I consider to be the good stuff. Okay? So our first one is Grease. This is one of the better ballads this year. And yes, she does look like Michelle Visage doing shadow work on a Prophecy Rock. And I told you the Prophecy Rock was coming back. This is really great. Like, it's got this wonderful poetry. Like, it's just the way that her Greek sounds. Like, the synth lines, if you actually listen to what the synth is doing on this song, it is subtly effective. And those moments where she really belts it, it's shiver inducing. This is real good, this one. Number 16, Italy. Alright, let's call it a reluctant fave. I hate the staging. I hate his giant compensatory piano. I hate his messy head Beatle cosplay boy support act, and I hate his makeup. But this is going to be like pulling teeth. Listening back to it, it is really nice early 70s throwback. I hate that I love how smooth it is. Look, people of the internet, I do not have the words to describe to you how much I wanted to bury this one. But it is just so lushly produced. It's lush and well produced. I have to give Lucio his flowers. I like it. Number 15, Ukraine. So, alright. I like the music. And the female vocals are... No. I won't be upset about the female vocals. They're wonderful. It's ethereally nice. Yeah. Ethereal's a good word for it. They float on the air like whispers from another realm. It's like the music in that is my favorite part of the song. I love the little guitar line that's underneath it all. But this singer and his elfin twink energy, like just board a boat and leave for fairy already. Like the song is okay. I might even say that it's great, but I'm struggling with this pink wearing guy with his silver heart on his chest. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, the rock elements actually, I feel, hurt the piece. No, they don't hurt the piece, but they detract from the piece. Let's say that. This is in the process of conjuring up something really magical and wondrous. And then it just rips me back to the sheer banality of butt rock and, normal radio music. Which I guess is pretty in line for Tolkienian elves. Number 14, Germany. You know what? The album version, the version that you get on Spotify, is actually my least favorite version of this song. The live version actually has a softer vocal that I find way more accessible. And there's this remix that my wife found. It's called the No Wi-Fi remix, Nowifi. And it turns it into this like early 90s Italo house banger with like bright sounding pianos and everything. It's great. Check that out. I might leave a link below. But this is a well-constructed, very good, solid dance song. And I'm kind of struggling to describe what I like about it, but for a different reason that I was struggling earlier in the list. This, I'm struggling to find what I like about it because what I like about it is what it is. It is because this feels like a nice German club song, and it's because it's a fine exponent of its craft. It is perfect at what it is. And I feel like I can't rip specific things out to point and say, this is the bit that works, because the bit that works is the whole package. And yeah, no. This is really nice. It's just good German dance. It's got good staging. It's got a good beat. It's got good lyrics. It's got a good performance. It's good. Number 13, Switzerland. So, oh boy, I'm gonna need a moment here. So, this one probably crept up the most for me while I was re-listening and compiling this list, because, I want to make sure that I'm giving you my honest opinions, that I'm making sure that everything is legitimately where I rank it to be. And I kept coming back to this one and figuring out, do I like this more than this or less than this? And I guess as I get older, I appreciate a song that I can listen to that gives me a chance to breathe and to center myself. And the kind of song that I like for that is a soft, beautiful ballad like Voyage. It's just so well crafted. It's soft and it's warm and it's sweet. And then there's that bridge, and the bridge hits and it gets all tense and anxious, and they start canting the camera really like drastically, and there's these whip pans and it's harsh, but the thing is that the bridge lasts just for the right length. Just when you think that it's going to get too much, it eases off and the main melody comes back, and it is more warm and even more welcoming than it was before. I am actually tearing up as I'm saying this to you. It is the only word that comes to mind is perfection. Don't think that this being at 13 means that detracts from how good this song is. It's just that, as I've said numerous times, it's the ballads I kind of struggle with, and also the fact that this song makes me cry. I'm not going to listen to it as much because I don't want to be in the middle of a shopping center and just tearing up, but perfection. Absolute perfection. All right. Number 12. Spain. I was surprised too. Every time I was refining this list, and I'd go back because I wanted to do it justice, I'd be like, really? I've got Spain that high? And then I go back and I'd listen to it, and I'm like, no, Spain's that high. This is a recurring theme I feel I have with a lot of Spanish entries where I'm like, really? Spain? I consistently underestimate how much I enjoy the Spanish entries. This is earned. I love the chorus, and I love the tune. That chorus is just... To get a little autobiographical, I became a fan of Eurovision in the early 2010s. I had been listening to it for a few years in the late noughts, but I became a fan in the early 2010s. You put Essa Diva into like 2011 or 2012, and this is top 5 easily. I think it fits perfectly. And it just feels like it's a throwback to the kind of song that made me a fan of Eurovision in the first place. Is that why I'm ranking it so highly? Probably. But I do think that this is the place for it. Number 12, both in a good way and as a bad way, because the other stuff is better. Number 11, Poland. Well, remind me not to piss her off. So, her performance is fierce, and I would probably join her cult. We had a lot of fun identifying all of the various cult recruitment strategies that were on board in this contest, and I could probably go into them, giving you rich narratives for all of them. But yeah, this is a big old, nature's fury. It's full of fire and rage. As you can see on the screen in front of you, there's a flipping dragon. This one has presence. The sheer presence of it demands attention. It's 11 because it's a bit much for a casual listen. But this is classic big Eurovision spectacle. I would say that the trapeze work or the wire work is sort of the handbag of the show. I'm here for it. The ending bit where like they're throwing the words up on the Tron behind her, suitably epic and probably my favorite part of the song. All right, we are in the top 10, which means points. So 1 point goes to Belgium. All right, so I have this theory that Belgium tends to just ignore what everyone else is doing and they just kind of do their own thing. And I love that for them. So this song, Strobe Lights, is kind of the platonic ideal of a dark atmospheric club hit that you'd see in like a movie. Which movie? It doesn't matter. A movie. Pick your movie that you would see an atmospheric club scene in, and this is the song that plays in it. For me, this makes me think of Neon Demon. This is not my ultimate favorite, but mood goes a long way for me when I'm listening to music. I can forgive a lot of questionable stuff or stuff that I may not otherwise normally listen to if I feel like the mood is really strong. And the mood, I keep saying that word because that's what kind of gets me for it, is really great here. 2 points go to San Marino. Not the only song in the contest this year about how great Italy is that is not sung by Italy. We'll get to that one. However, Gabri Ponti is Italian, so it's an edge case. Look, it's a nice bit of dance pop. It's not really what I like about Italian dance music, but it's charming and fun. I kind of feel like I have more to say about the ones I don't like than the ones I do. Should probably do something about that. All right, we are going to 3 points. Go to Croatia. Not the only food-heavy song in this contest. We'll hold out for that. So, Croatia, I realized as I'm compiling this list, has really started to surprise me in the 20s because of the 5 contests that we've had, I've liked every Croatian entry. That is a crazy run for me because normally there's one that I just think is a whiff. This one, it is it's like a goofy mix of hard rock, sugar sweet pop, and I even detect like a little bit of vaudeville in there. The thing that struck me as I'm compiling this list is how the UK tried to do, structurally speaking, less than Croatia did. And it felt undercooked. This one, it's boisterous, it's theatrical. Even little things like the lighting feels well considered. I'm not sure I join his cult though. If I had to criticize it, I would say that parts of it get a little caustic for my ears, which make it more of an uncomfortable listen, but this is a fun one. I enjoy it. Honorable mention, because you can't vote for your own country. It's Milkshake Man by Gojo. Okay, so this is just straight up the silliest thing that we have ever sent to the contest. Hands down, I can't think of a sillier one because every time we've sent something that has been somewhat silly, it has at least had one foot planted in some kind of serious music. Like, even going back to 2014 with Sea of Flags, there was still like a solid message to it. Zero Gravity, yeah, they're on poles, but they're, like, it's a beautiful song. Like Promise, Promise, they've got like the car and like the kind of the vaporwave vibe to it, but like it's Voyager and they're a solid band. This is like, those songs were playing it straight, and the other songs that we've sent have been playing it even straighter. Isaiah, Sheldon, especially Dami in 2016, all of those were playing it straight. We've gone completely mad now, and it is so freaking fun. Like, the entendres are barely double. The lyrics are so cringe. Like, this is just big, stupid camp, and I cannot wipe the smile from my face. Like, I don't know if you can hear it. If I had to criticize it, if I had to find fault, I don't like the flanging effect on his vocals, because I really don't think it needs it. And honestly, they should have turned up the crowd mics for the live version, because especially in the sweet yum yum bit, not having the live crowd there hurts it. But summation, fun, pop energy. It's bright, colourful, sickly sweet, and boneheadedly stupid. And I love it to bits. 4 points. 4 points go to Iceland. So, this is about Minecraft, isn't it? Like, the backgrounds, they're all made out of cubes, like Minecraft. And the lyrics are like, I put a plank on a plank, and I added a sail, and now I've got a boat. Now, I don't play Minecraft. I'm a Terraria boy, but that sounds like Minecraft to me. This is an electro sea shanty for the Minecraft generation, and I freaking love it. Like, I feel like the shanties or the shanty adjacent entries are usually pretty good, and like vibe. It's like Jedward were good. 5 points go to Albania. Oh, now this is something truly special. Okay, so the female singer, I did have her name written down here, but I don't at the moment, and I've forgotten it. I love everything about her. Her stage presence, her dress, her makeup, her dancing, her eyes. Look at her eyes in this video. It's amazing. And then like the male singer, like he is just as intense. Like that second verse, whether like they do a close up on the guy, that could have been cringe, but it is like intimately intense. He is beaming intensity at her, and she is giving that intensity right back at him. Geez, what else can I say about this one? Like the bass, like, you know what really struck me about this, listening to this back? The bass. It is epic. It's really epic, but it's not overwhelming. And the drums, they hit me in my soul. This is a masterclass of a rhythm section. The production of the song is just, it's excellent. And then there's this staging. Like, you could look at this and you could think that it's being fire and ice, but I don't see this as fire and ice. This is fire and air. You know, this is two intense elements that are intense in their own way, and they are feeding each other. They are feeding off each other. This is, and I mean, I might spoil future installments of videos here, but this is the best entry that Albania has sent since I started watching in 2008. I am so glad for this song to exist, because for the longest time, Albania has been that country where I haven't been able to... I've always been like, oh yeah, you know, this one was pretty good or something. No. This is the good one. I will hold this one up forever and say, this is Albania. This is what they can do. I unabashedly love this song. So good. All right. 6 points go to Finland. Look, I mean, no one can accuse Erica of being subtle. All right. To be brutally... I won't be brutally honest. I've been brutally honest enough here. This feels like more of a big German club track than the actual German club track that we had earlier on in the list. The word that I used to describe it when I first heard this song was Teutonic. It feels like it's an 80s song. I wouldn't be surprised if like you saw this in a film and Brigitte Nielsen was in it. Like, all right. It doesn't feel dated. I like the synths, and actually, you know what I would like to single out is the guitar. When you're listening, like when it's going into the coda and it's ramping up, the guitar is really nice. The chorus is dripping in bombast. Is a good word for it. That suits the topic matter she's talking about, and the tempo. Oh boy, that tempo ramp up when we get to the I'm regretting saying this now, but the tempo ramp up when we get to the climax, shall we say? I tried not to laugh. Damn it. The word climax entered my head, and I regretted it, and then I said it, and now it's on video. Yeah, that end, that coda is just frenetic. And if you haven't heard the studio version, if all you've seen is the live version, the studio version, it has this wonderful just bit where it stops. It just cuts off. It's so funny, and it's perfect for the song. It's just... I've been thinking, and I think I might name my next Elder Scrolls character Erica Vickman. She's going to be a Nord, and she'll probably wear leather armor. 7 points go to Estonia. So I originally had this one place higher, and look, we'll get to it. The mimetic nature of this song gets it pretty high, but it locks it out of the top 3 for me. It's immensely listenable, super fun. I just imagine him as this kind of highly paid public service arsehole who took one trip to Italy and he immediately knows everything about it and has to pronounce everything with an insufferable Italian accent. In spite of the fact that he's just the most Baltic man ever. I'm claiming privilege on that, by the way. My ancestors are Prussian Balts, so I'm claiming privilege. Look, it's a fun song, but in both a good way and a bad way, it's a little difficult to come back to. It's not the kind of... I've got to be in a mood to listen to it. Unlike 8 points go to Sweden. So as I said, I've been watching the contest since 2008, and I have never once thought to myself, Sweden is having fun. They've been good. Sometimes they've been excellent, but this is the first time I've ever thought that I have found them fun or that I felt they've been having fun in the contest. Like, they've been having fun at the contest, but competing in the contest is the first time that it's been fun. Like, normally when they're talking about how hot it is, they're talking about some foxy girl at the club. But here they're literally watching the thermometer in the sauna, and I don't mind a sauna because, as I said, Baltic. Look, the energy's upbeat. The staging is wonderful. It is just fun. It's the chorus is super catchy. It's found a way to take my love of Swedish pop into an interesting direction. I think I've probably come back to this song more than any other song on this list, which is why I shifted it up to number 3. 10 points go to Latvia. All right. This one's going to be a little bit longer, but hear me out. So, this song to me feels like it is a natural progression of a bit of a recurring theme that we've had in entries in the 20s, where the vibe of the song has been that you've been walking through a forest and you've stumbled across a cult doing magical rituals. As I said, this whole show this year felt very cult heavy. The big 2 that I'm thinking of is Ukraine's Shum and France's Fulen. The difference that Latvia's entry this year has for me is that those songs felt like they were songs where you've stumbled across people, human people in the woods doing a ritual. This one feels like they're actual spirits. For me, I feel like they're river sprites. Other people have said fairies. I think that we can agree that they are, at the very least, fey, F-E-Y, in their countenance. Maybe I'm putting too much of myself onto the song, but they did say in an interview with Courtney Act that they put ancient Latvian spells into the song. That was the phrase they used, ancient Latvian spells. I believe it. This feels like less of a song and more of a chant or an invocation. It's probably, and I know I'm going to sound like so much of a wanker here, but it's the apotheosis of mood music in this year's contest. It's not something that I'm wanting to seek out, but it's got these wonderful harmonies, this really nice music, this amazing staging. If there is one song in the entirety of the contest that I was going to describe as transcendental, this is the song. And now, my 12 points. My favorite song in Eurovision 2025. We've been going for an hour now. I'm amazed that I've been talking for this long. My favorite song, 12 points go to, 12 points go to Luxembourg. Imagine the sheer gall to say that a Serge Gainsbourg song was mid. Look, the original song is its own thing. I'd heard it before. I didn't know that was a Eurovision song, but I had heard it before. But to do a sequel song 60 years later where the main character flips the tables, you've like bought me in on the audacity of the premise alone. And it helps that this one is, as the kids say, a bop. A quite bop. Yes, I am old. Everything about the song works for me. The set design, like how it's synthetic to the point where it looks like it's AI. Her like look with the costuming and the makeup and the hair, it's doll-like without looking fetishized or like clown-like. And I love the dancing. Like the dancing starts off with her being puppeted around by the guys, and then as the song goes on, she takes more and more control, and at the end of the song, they are her puppets. So it's like it's telling the story of the song through the dance. And it also helps that it's just the song is so good. Like if I had to critique, the bridge is a little too stripped down for the rest of the song. But like I see what they're doing there. Like I listen back to it and I like the rhyming. Like in the chorus where it's like son, les sons, garçon, or like in the verses where it's like porcelaine, polyethylene. I'm mispronouncing that. Oxygen. Like it's top tier songwriting. And in French, it sounds so effortless. And Laura's performance is just, it's so great as well. Like her facial expressions, the way that she is singing not just the words of the song, but the emotion and the story behind it. She's singing the story, not just the song. This whole thing is a complete, total package that just works. You know, like, this would be an example where I'd say no notes, but as has been proven, I have many notes, and I'm going to have to truncate myself here because, again, we're over an hour. So, yeah, 10 out of 10. All right. So, that is my list. You know what? Let's have a look at the overall rankings. So that's our list there. And you know what? In hindsight, looking back on the songs that we have had, it's a pretty good year. Greece at 17, for me at least, being where I think that the good stuff starts. That's pretty good. It's almost half, I think. What is it? 15? Yeah, it's about half. And the only one on my top 26 that I would say is less than good is Armenia. And that's just because I think it's a little bit harsh. So I kind of like all of these songs. That's a good sign. And then if we look at the bottom 10, like there's only 2 songs on this list that I actually turn around and hate, which is Slovenia's and Ireland's. And the only one that I think that is like, you know, it's then you've got 4 songs that I think are kind of and then 4 songs that I think are fine. All in all, it's a pretty good year. So, my name is Mike Moritz. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video with my opinions. Please let me know how you felt. What did you think of my rankings? What did you think of my interpretations or opinions of the song? How do you feel? Let me know. What are your thoughts? What did you rate higher? What did you rate lower? I'm just really interested to hear because as I've sat more with this contest, I feel like this is a really good, solid one that's got a lot of good stuff in it. And that's everything. I think, probably, hopefully, I'll get the next one of these out by before the the next contest. And united by music, we will be heading back to Malmo, I believe. I think it was in Malmo last year. And we'll be looking at that one. I have thoughts. I'm sure you can imagine it. Until then, take care of yourselves. Good night.